morning. We're truly excited to be here at Shake and Bake as we launch the second phase of the renovations to Shake and Bake. As you recall, around the same time last year, we stood right here in the same location and celebrated the reopening of our roller rink, and this time we're here to celebrate the second phase of this, which is the reopening of our bowling alley. At the conclusion of this, Percival will go down. We'll give me an opportunity to tour the facility, and I promise you, you're going to be truly excited to see this facility. It's a beautiful facility, 24 renovated, brand new bowling lanes, not renovated, brand new bowling lanes, 2 party rooms, a gaming lounge. We're trying to look and figure out ways so we can be more innovative in the way we do to attract more people to our facility. But it's a great entertainment location for us in our city, right here on Pennsylvania Avenue. So I'm truly excited to be here today. As you all also mentioned, remember, this was an initiative that Mayor Pugh started. She shut down the bowling alley and said, hey, we need to renovate and improve. So through her leadership at that time, we're here today to celebrate because of her commitment to this. And our council president, now our ex-mayor Young, and his support, and the other council members and our comptroller. So we as an agency, we're excited to have the support of our elected officials. So at this time, I'd like to bring up our ex-official mayor, Mayor Young, to speak and say a few words.
Thank you, Director Moore. I'm happy to be joined by Councilman Costello, the councilman of this district, and Controller Pratt. I'm very excited to be here today. I would like to recognize Director Moore and thank him for all his hard work in getting this amazing facility up and running. And he already gave the mayor her props for making sure that she shut down this place because it was unsafe and the condition in here wasn't conducive for our young people. And I'd like to recognize the legend himself, Glenn Shake and Bake Dolly. It was his vision. Without his vision and hard work, none of this would be possible. Thank you again. I'm excited to help kick off a project that will provide a positive and enriching experience for so many of our residents, both young and old. As a staunch advocate for expanding recreational opportunities for youth and seniors, I'm extremely pleased to celebrate today's unveiling. This center will be a wonderful asset for residents of the Upton community and the rest of the city as well. This amazing facility with state-of-the-art lights, TVs, and delicious popcorn represent our effort and dedication to increase access to quality recreation facilities and programming. I did eat some of that popcorn yesterday, and it was really, really good. So make sure you get some. I think it's $2 a bag. I've always pushed for increasing positive opportunities for our youth. One of my most important initiatives is called Play Campaign, Productive Lives, Active Youth. And this center is exactly the kind of project that will keep kids off the street and let them grow and have fun in a safe environment. I always say that we either pay now or we pay later. This is a perfect example of the city putting funding towards the youth, who should always be our top priority. I'm glad we invested in this place. Historically, this center has meant a lot to the people of Baltimore. It is comforting to know that the center will continue to provide joy to future generations. I want to thank everyone that was involved in making this facility what it is today. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Director Moore back to the podium.
Thank you, ex-official Mayor Young, for those supporting words. Truly excited. Again, I want to bring up now our Comptroller Pratt to say a few words on behalf of the reopening of this facility.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Mayor, Councilman Costello, friends and guests. Welcome. I extend my utmost and unending gratitude to the mayor, the Department of Recreation and Parks, and everyone involved in the reopening of the Shake and Bake Bowling Alley, continuing Glenn Dowdy's dream of a family fun center that brings communities together, also family and friends. The Shake and Bake Family Fun Center shows what is possible when we work together as a city to bring the very best to our citizens. I hope that this newly renovated bowling alley and the memories you create here will inspire others to imagine and dream of ways to make our city even better. Thank you, and have a wonderful time bowling and a fun time bowling. Thank you. I'd like to bring up our Councilman Eric Costello.
Thank you, everyone. You know, this is a long time coming. The mayor did make the right decision to shut this facility down. I know Director Moore and his team at Rec and Parks have been hard at work every single day on this. I am incredibly excited. I'm very grateful for the comptroller's support and XO Mayor Young's support for this project over the past couple of years. It wouldn't be possible without you. And I just want to take another moment to thank Director Moore. Your team has really done some incredible things in terms of youth opportunities for our young people, especially in Central West Baltimore with the reopening of Crispus Attucks Recreation Center. I know we have some exciting plans down the road for Robert C. Marshall, and I'm very excited to see the things to come for our young people. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Costello. So at this time, it was back in 1982. There was this individual, they called him Shake and Bake. I believe he played for the Baltimore Colts at that time. He said that he wanted to put some kind of entertainment facility here in Baltimore, and he picked the ideal location, Pennsylvania Avenue. And it is with pleasure and joy to bring for you Mr. Shake and Bake himself, Mr. Glenn Dowley, as we expand on Shake and Bake 2.0.
How y'all doing? Great. Oh man, is this bodaciously awesome or what? Oh, I'm really like proud. I'm seriously proud of what's going on here. And I want to thank you, Mr. President. And I want y'all to know this. God makes dreams come true.
Come on. Come on.
Amen.
Y'all listen to that now.
Come on. Yup.
In the heart of Pennsylvania Avenue, almost 37 years ago, thanks to God and just the beautiful, beautiful people of Upton, this came out the ground from nothing, okay? And you know what this is to me? This is my Super Bowl ring.
That's right.
Hear me. This is my Super Bowl ring. I'm proud of it. It's helping kids. It's helping families. It's showing what we can do in the times that we're in right now. 2019, people saying you can't do this, you can't do that. Athletes don't do this, they don't do that. And you're seeing these athletes now are getting connected to the communities, putting resources into their communities. LeBron James, what's he doing? Magic Johnson, what's he doing? It's a new time. And this, thanks to all the work that your staff is a Rolls Royce. They be jamming. Rashawn, stand up, bro. That's Rashawn, y'all. Him and his team are shaking and baking. As you go through and you feel heat, you know the oven is up. All right? Thanks, Rashawn. But check this out. I want y'all to buckle up. Y'all better buckle up on what's coming. Shake and Bake 2.0. Check it now. Shake and Bake 2.0. It's Baltimore's new destination for the body and the mind. Listen to me. Shake and Bake 2.0 is Baltimore's new destination for the body and the mind. I want to thank the awesome work that the Baltimore City Parks and Recreation is doing. Because what they're doing, and as I've been feeling it, I'm feeling it, y'all. You should feel the love of what they're doing here. It's contagious, and I'm thankful for that, Mr. Moore. I'm thankful to that for you all being able to see what this represents. I'm thankful to Mayor Pugh for being able to be helping me back in 1981 when I was getting hit left and right on, you can't do this. It's no good for Pennsylvania Avenue. You can't. And she was there writing articles for me saying this needs to come out the ground. I'll never forget that. And I always want to be able to remember that. Because I always tell my kids, don't ever forget those folks who have helped you go from point A to point B. Because you ain't doing it by yourself. I couldn't shake and bake if I didn't have Lydell Mitchell, Burt Jones, Ray Chester, right? I couldn't turn up the oven. But you got to have folks that are supporting you. And I will always, always appreciate that support. I want y'all to get ready. Y'all better buckle up and get ready, because what's getting ready to happen is going to be awesome. With God's help, over the next 24 months, the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA players, and executives are coming to Shake and Bake. Where they coming to?
Shake and bake.
Oh, where are they coming to?
Shake and bake.
There you go. And they're going to be cooking. They're going to come here, check it, y'all. They're going to be coming here to help these young people who are surrounding Shake and Bake. They're going to be coming here to help the adults around Shake and Bake and the city of Baltimore. And they're going to be talking about positive things. They're going to be talking about taking care of yourself and health. They're going to be talking about school. They're going to be talking about meditation. They're going to be talking about how can we go from point A to B and be successful. They're going to be doing that. And if things work out, we hope, and we're going to be looking at some support, that we're going to create the Shake and Bake 35 Education and Sports Theater right here. Right here. So after they get a dose of positive education, positive careers, positive thinking, staying drug-free, being focused on how you can be successful, then they're going to go roller skating, and then they're going to go bowling. Because they're going to need to exercise. They're going to need to rock. They're going to need to shake. And they're going to need to bake to success. Right from this neighborhood, y'all. Get ready. Buckle up. Right, Rashawn? Right, Mr. Moore?
Yes, sir.
Check this out. This is the next groove. Sports legends are coming to Shake and Bake. How many of y'all remember Lenny Moore? Lenny Moore coming. How many of y'all remember Lydell Mitchell? Lydell's coming. How many of y'all remember Ray Lewis? Yeah. How many of y'all remember Ozzie Newsome? How many of y'all remember Ed Reed? You know what all of them have in common? They all are concerned about the community. These are athletes that are saying, hey, we can do these things. These kids look up to us. Now, you know, I heard about Charles Barkley. I mean, that's the way he feels. I don't feel that way. I was fortunate to have two parents that told me, whenever you can help somebody, go for it, because you're doing the right thing. My parents told me if I didn't give my grades right, I wasn't playing football. I'm from the projects of Detroit. Here I am standing in front of y'all in a multi-million-dollar world-class facility because I said, maybe there's something I can do. Maybe there's something I can help these kids, because when I was coming up, Bob, we talked about it, Bob Wall. When we were coming up, we had guys that were saying, hey man, you know, you can't do that, you need to do this, right? So we're just giving back. That's all we're doing. But we're giving back in this bad boy. This bad boy is smoking, right? Can I get an amen? Check this out. My son, Derek Dowdy. My son is a doctor. Now and check this out. He's a doctorate of life skills for the NCAA at the University of Massachusetts. Guess where my son's gonna be in a little while? Right here at Shake and Bake, talking to these kids about the challenge of campus life after they get a scholarship. What do? I talked to him, he said, man, they're in shock when they come to the campus. So he's developed an entire program that deals with how you make the successful transition from getting your scholarship and being successful in college. That's my son. Amen, y'all. Amen. That's what we're talking about, right? We're talking about handing it on. We're talking about, say, we can do this. So I want my kids to be an example of that. And so my daughter is the COO of the #1 elementary school in the St. Louis area. It's called City Academy. She's Chief Operating Officer. She just finished a $43 million facility for young people that's right next door to the facility that is totally unique in the, as far as I know, in the country, because they graduate. I'll give you an example. Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys, he went there. My daughter was involved in making him make the transition from elementary school to junior high school to college and now the pros. Is that bad or what? Meaning good, some of y'all, you know. It's cool. But I want you to know that. Now here, check this other one out. How many of y'all know Lee Michaels? Okay, well if you don't know him, that's okay. But we're talking about bringing some, I saw one of the most impressive presentations I have ever seen of a former player, and his name is Aeneas Williams. He's a Hall of Fame defensive back from the St. Louis Rams. Aeneas is now Pastor Williams. And his message to me, he's got a program called the Men's Locker Room. And I attended this session from this Hall of Fame NFL player in his humongous church. And the talk was, doctors were telling the folks, you need to do this about your blood pressure. You need to do this about not eating correctly. And so we're talking about having young Baltimore ministers come to Shake and Bake to talk about these positive things that help everyone cope, because we're all attacked by negative forces. And them being able to just come and talk, and at the same time, look at how they can rent Shake and Bake and raise money for their churches. That's giving back, that's recycling. But you're also feeding the message, the positive message to young folks and adults. So, in closing, I want y'all to remember this, because it's going to stick. Y'all going to get a dose of this. Shake and Bake 2.0, Baltimore's body and mind destination. I want to hear y'all say this. Shake and Bake, Baltimore's
body and mind destination.
One more time, I think we're going to groove with this. Shake and Bake 2.0.
Baltimore's body and mind destination.
Ho! Give a hand. Thank you, all right. I'm rolling. So, Baltimore City schools, senior citizens, coaches, Baltimore City employees, colleges, boys, girls, clubs of East, West, North, and South Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Orioles, and Colts, we want you. Make no mistake, it's sure enough time to shake and bake.
As we conclude the press avail, we will do a tour following this, but I just want to take a quick second and acknowledge our staff who has spent a lot of time here. We have Eric Robinson, who's one of our electricians, that's done a lot of electrical work, as well as CJ. We've had Kermit. We've had, they call him Two Man. Have spent a lot of time with some of the maintenance. We had Justin and his team with IT. As you go down these steps, you'll see there's a lot of technology that's in this facility. We have Chris, who's our manager, that's here. Rashawn Brave, who's the supervisor, who's played a role. But it's a team effort, and truly we're excited about the destination, Shake and Bake 2.0. So again, thank you all for coming. At this point in time, I believe we'll conclude and we'll be able to go down the steps and do a formal tour of the new bowling alley. Thank you.
Shake and Bake 2.0. Baltimore's body and mind destination.